After another successful season here at Birmingham City, we now need to build a team capable of staying in the Championship and achieving Objective 3 of a 5-year plan. Hello and welcome to Club 3, episode 16 of Half Star to 5 Star here on Football Manager 23. I'm Russ. Coming today we have the season review and the transfer special, as you can see from this home screen. And from the previous episode, we have won Sky Bet League 1 and we are now on our way to the Championship. Winning this league or getting out of this league was Objective 2 of the 5-year plan. Objective 3 is to stay in the Championship now for 3 seasons and then push on. Whether that is with me in charge is a different story. But as I said, this is a 5-year plan. I'd like to stay here for the 5 years. We've got 3 more years left on that. We'll just see how things go. So let's have a look at the season review then. First page is the new arrivals, and when that loads up I'm expecting either Dembele or who else come into the side, Trippier to pick up the signing of the season, but it's gone to Tyrese John Jules, who only joined us in January. How did Dembele get on? He got a 7.23. It's pretty decent, but I don't know why they've given it to Tyrese John Jules. He got 12 goals for us, 2 assists in 21 games. Who else has done well out of the players we brought in the summer? Finley Burns did quite well. It's 7.25, 7 goals, 1 assist. Daryl James did very well. He's a young talented player who's going to come through the ranks with us. He played 44 games, 10 goals, 6 assists. Jake Garrett had a good season. I didn't expect him to get many goals. He only got the 3. Then again, our attacking threat is Blackburn, isn't he? He does get a lot of goals for us. Edwin joined us for £1 million after his loan last season with us. 7 goals and 7 assists from 48 appearances. Trippier on a 7.07, playing 40 games. It's not bad for the 37-year-old. And on the lower end of the signings, we have, when he wants to actually work properly, Barry Spence didn't play any games because he was out on loan. Joe Rose played mainly cup games, getting a 6.93, and Mitchell Roberts didn't play as many games as I expected him to as left back. Bagan had a good season for us, fighting with Sturge, then Sturge left the club, didn't he? So season results then. So in Sky Bet League 1, we were 24 points clear off Swansea at the end. We get an A for that. Got 59% of our home attendance. That needs to go up if we're going to progress. We need to make money. I think I worked out last season it costs us like £25 million to run this club, and that is only going to go up each year. In the FA Cup, we got B- for that getting to the 4th round. Carabao Cup, we got C+ for reaching the 3rd round. And the Pizza Cup, we got a C+. We made it to the final. I'm expecting to be a little bit higher than that. Man City edging us in the end 3-1. So it wasn't a double for us, just the league. Moments to remember. Biggest win was 7-2 win over Colchester in the Pizza Cup. The match to remember was the 2-1 win over Swansea towards the middle of December there. Goal of the season goes to Guy Abbey against Crawley. Finances then. We're still a 2.5-star reputation club. Sponsorship has gone down by 120k, not 12k. Broadcast revenue's up, corporate and hospitality's up, competition prize money's up, and so is match day and commercial retail. This is all going in the right direction. Blackburn selling the most shirts out of the 8,483 shirts that were sold. How are we lined up? So we've gone with Hogarth in goal, back 4 of Bagan, Forrester, Burns and Davies. Kanu, Garrett and James in midfield. Anderson, Dembele on the wings with Blackburn up front. The only player getting lower than 7 is Hogarth. I'm guessing that's because of the amount of goals we did concede. Yeah, he's a Scottish international now, so he is only going to get better. Robbie Blackburn there picking up a 7.72. It's a phenomenal average rating. Accolades then. This is going to be a good one. So we managed to pick up 6 Manager of the Months. August, November, December, January, March and April. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Manager of the Season again this year. Player Awards. Fans Player of the Season is Robbie Blackburn. Young Player of the Season again is Robbie Blackburn. Signing of the Season we knew. Goal of the Season we knew. Top goal scorer was Robbie Blackburn with 47 goals. 43 of those came in the league. Most assists was Robbie Blackburn. So not only is he scoring, he is contributing to everyone else scoring as well. So 60 goal contribution for that lad this season. Phenomenal. Most man of the matches was 16 again to Robbie Blackburn. The highest average rating which we knew about was Robbie Blackburn. Most pass completing was Finley Burns with 88. Record breakers, Robbie Blackburn, 47 goals scored in the season, 43 within the league again for him. Most goals in the match, 3. Most assists for a season, Robbie Blackburn. Might as well call this the Robbie Blackburn record breaking tab, haven't we? The only one that is he's not going to break on there is the oldest goal scorer in Kieran Trippier at 36 years old, 329 days old. So yeah, Kieran Trippier, old man scoring for us. History in the making then. So League One winners, on to the Championship. Managers, dynamic timeline. We'll skip over that because it's not the best, is it? So in our best 11 then, we now got Hogarth, Forrester, Anderson. Who else is joining this from us? Robbie Blackburn's in there now. On the bench we have Gyabi. And that is it from our players coming into there. Quick look through all of these. Supporter profile, we've gone down a percentage from the hardcore fans, and the fair weather has gone up. We kind of want the family and the core to go up, not the fair weather, and turn people into hardcore fans. Followers on social media has gone up as well by just shy of 20k. All in progress with all of those there. Got no one waiting for season tickets. Board are delighted with growing the club reputation. And this is what they're expecting next season. So play solid defensive football. I play attacking football, so that's not going to work really well with me. Maybe we can try and negotiate that out. Play possession-based football. We do that. We control a lot of matches and high-tempo football. Work within the wage budget. Grow the reputation. We've just done that. And why are they saying it's disappointed? It doesn't make sense. Sign maximum of 1-year contracts players over the age of 34. I don't intend to sign players over that age. Kieran Trippier was the one exception. 2-year contracts minimum for players for the first team. Avoid relegation, yeah, that's the plan. What do the supporters want then? Or was that not going to be on this tab? I don't think that's on their tab. So we need to go out and bring some players in. I've had a look at where we can sort of add players. We need a goalkeeper, I think. This has all changed from when I had it set up properly. I'm guessing that's because players coming back and switching over to a new season. So I think we're okay at right back unless Trippier decides to retire. Left back, I think we need a body back there. Blackett's not happy, so we're going to try and get rid of him. Colin Strapp's going to come into the first team, but I still think we need an extra body in there. Defence, I think we're okay. Jamal Baptiste joining us is definitely going to add some strength there. This is a role where we definitely need someone. Canu's been playing there this season. If we can get him back in on loan from Man City, fantastic, but if not, we'll have to obviously replace him. Midfield, we got some good bodies there, but maybe it just needs a little bit of a freshen up. Right wing looks okay. There's a lot of players within the side that are out on loan that aren't going to be contesting for this position, but we've got the likes of Anderson, James, Dembele, John Jules, all playing out on the right hand side. Left hand side, again, you've got Anderson, Cox, Dembele, Aras, John Jules, Simon Neal, those guys can play there. And up front we've got Blackburn, Tatum, Guidi, and John Jules can play out there. So I think we're okay there. It's definitely these two roles where we need to fill, maybe left and right back as well. So let's see what we can bring in and achieve this, achieve staying in the Championship next year. We got quite a few records to go through then. So the highest points for us, for Birmingham, 114 points in Sky Bet League 1. 114 points for a team that qualified for the playoffs. Robbie Blackburn sets a new record for the league. He was nearly 0.5 ahead of the previous record at 7.3 with his 7.78. Record goal scoring is now 43. That's nearly... What's that, a nearly 70-year-old record that we've just smashed by 4 goals. Robbie Blackburn's just doing Robbie Blackburn things, isn't he? That is it. Young Player of the Year is Robbie Blackburn. We'll congratulate him on that. He deserves that one. Named top goal scorer. We also got second place as well, although a lot of those goals were scored for Lincoln. And I win Manager of the Season, which was expected, wasn't it? Not being hit with a tax bill, which is good. We've got our new scouting budget, which is just shy of 30k. I'm not going to go for England with this one. I think we'll go with Europe. Try and bring some players in. We're a good side. We've got a good academy, good training facilities. Why not go and look for players to come and join us in the championship from there? And the commercial summary is the sponsorship is down, but you guys knew that from the season review. So we're still looking for players to come in, still looking at who's really going to go out, where we need to improve. We're sending the scouts out everywhere just to get the right players to come in, find some good balance to this team. And once we get those players in, we'll let you know. It looks like we're going to need a new right back. Kieran Trippier has decided to retire from football. I get it, he's 37 years old. He is on the decline. He did have a good season for us though. 31 league games for us, 2 goals, 7 assists, 7.12 in his final season. So yeah, I'm happy with how he's turned out for us. So let's get on the recruitment then for a right back. Another one of our players who is retiring, Jed Steer, has decided he wants to retire as well. If we have a look at his staff attributes, he's not good enough to really bring into any roles that we need here. So we are going to need a backup goalkeeper again. I've identified one, it's just whether or not we can bring them through the door. Transfer window is open, so we've got 3 players joining us. First one is Conai Boyce Clark. He is the goalkeeper I said I'd identified to come in to replace Jed Steer. He is 2.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential goalkeeper. Joins us for 70k from Reading, where they didn't really use him. We're not really going to use him that much, other than maybe cup games and the odd league game here and there. Looks okay for a goalkeeper, in my opinion. Could do with a little bit of improving. Whether we can get that out of him is a different story. We shall find out. Next player joining us is Steven Sessegnon. Can play right back, left back, centre back. It's just a good utility option for us, really. Someone who's at the back can improve us, I think. 3-star current ability, 3-star potential. Joins us for 125k from Sunderland. And the last player through the door is Jamal Baptiste. He is a centre back, 2.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential defender. Brought him in to play the ball playing defender role. So passing's good, tackling's good, technique's good. Vision isn't as best as it could be. So hopefully we can try and improve that with him. We've paid 375k for him. So far we spent about £600,000 bringing in 3 players. See what else we can bring in and improve the squad that way. We've shipped quite a few players out. Wang, I can never say his surname. Tangen's gone to join Crystal Palace under 21s for 1.1 million. Tyler Blackett has gone to Ipswich for Cranberry Rising to 90k, 73k to start with. Brian Pendleton's gone to Ross County for £500,000. Barry Spencer's gone out on loan, Aga's gone out on loan, and Joe Rose has gone to Stoke. Tried to keep Joe Rose. He wanted to go, so I can't really stop him. Only played the 1 game for us. Brought him in from Altrincham. We had him when we were there. Whether or not he's going to play for Stoke or going to be in the Premiership next year, that's a different story, but that's not my problem to deal with. Transfer-wise coming in, I still can't identify anyone. We're scouting a lot of players. There are players that we do need to bring in. We do need a right back now. If we have a look at the squad planner, we've only got Sessegnon, so that's where we're going to be focusing. Goalkeeper-wise, I think we're okay there. Maybe bring in another backup, but we'll see. We'll see what we can find. We are officially in the new season then, as you can see, Birmingham in the Championship. The media think, you can't see it because my big head's in the way, 23rd. So we need to improve from here. We need to stay up, really. We need to stay in this division. We've got no one in the Dream 11 just yet. That's saying we're going to get someone that can go in there. In terms of key players, you've got Robbie Blackburn, David Bowers. I think that's going to be it. Bowers is probably the best player we do have at the club. If we have a quick look on here, as you can see, El Mazzuni is leaving us. We've got a couple of other players who are going to be leaving us at the end of their contracts. When it gets to where we will be looking at the Premier League for players that have left us. So, yeah, we need to not finish bottom. That is the goal, and stay in this division. That's what we're looking for. We've got the draw for the Carabao Cup. Who have we got? We'll draw all the teams. We are away to Ipswich. So, Ipswich in League 1, I reckon we could beat them. We got to 3rd round last time. Let's see if we can get to the 4th or maybe the 5th this time around. Obviously, we're going to need some players to do that. Backup players, mainly what we'll be playing in the Carabao Cup. When's that going to be played? On the 8th of August. So schedule-wise, we need to book some friendlies in. Straight after the first game of the season, home to Rotherham. It is the 30th of June, so we are releasing quite a few players. 15 players in total. A load of staff are leaving us as well. Most notably is Dan Potts. He's going. Players that we brought in as well and just didn't make it in. Ezra Carrington, Ruiz Renti, Mazwi, Ellis. Who else did we bring in? Redan, Butcher, Chicken. None of them are going to make it into the team, so we have released them. We are also releasing Kolarov. He's not good enough as a director of football, so I'm going to try and bring in someone else. Going to go around the Premiership sides now, look who they've released, see if we can bring any of those in, see if we can bring any trials in as well. We need right backs, we need midfielders, I think, as well, with El Mazzuni leaving us, so let's see what we can find and bring into us. 4 players in through the doors so far then. First one is Alex Telles, off of Manchester United fame. Just coming back into the side as a left back option. Technical stats look good, mental stats look good. He is deteriorating on the physical side of the game though. He is 35 years old. 2.5 star current ability. So yeah, he's going to come in, do a season for us, see how well he can do. Next player in is Rashawn Braithwaite. He is a centre-back, midfielder and striker. Got to see how he can develop. He is 5'10", so probably looking more towards the midfield sort of area of the game. 1.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential player. Next one through the door is a loan deal. Richard Higgins joins us again from Hull. We needed right backs, went in for a player, couldn't find one, so that, I think our only option is to go through the loan market. And Lucas de Forgerales. I'm just going to say, I don't know why we call him Lucas. Just call him Luke D from now on. He can play right back, he can play left back. He is a 2.5 star current ability, 3 star potential player. Looks good on the physical side of the game. Mental stats look good. He's got really high determination, work rate, teamwork is very good there. So maybe need to work on his passing and crossing, because he's going to be playing in the wing back positions there. There's a couple of players we are still looking at bringing in. If we go from here, but it's just the one, sorry. Alex Garrido. He's going to be playing in that defensive midfield position. We tried to get Kanu back. He doesn't want to join us, so this is what we're going with. Got the bid in for him. I think with several other clubs that are in for him too, so we'll see where he goes. That's still an area that we need to find someone to take that position. Kanu did it so well. Next player that comes in is going to have to live up to that reputation. So it is first day of the new season then. First game home to Rotherham. Before we do any of that, we will look at a couple of transfers. So we brought in Luke D. I'm not going to try and say his surname. It's too difficult for me. We've also brought in Lucas Canizares. He's a goalkeeper. Looks quite decent. 2.5 star ability. 3.5 star potential. Just going to give a little bit of competition to Hogarth and to our other goalkeeper, who I've forgotten his name. And the other player joining us is Karol Raisavi. Can play out on both wings and play up front as he's a pressing forward, but I think we can get a poacher out of him. We sign him for 1.9 million from Strasbourg. 20 years old, 2.5 star current ability, 5 star potential. Physicals look great, mentals we can work on, the same as his technical side of his game. So I'm really happy with that deal. In terms of the championship and media prediction, they are now thinking we are going to finish in 22nd. So we've gone up one place. Still no one in the Dream 11. And in terms of key players, it's Bauer, Blackburn, and that is it so far. So let's jump into the first game of the new season. Then the team we're putting out there to get 3 points and a winning start is Hogarth in goal. A back four of Bagan, Baptiste, Burns and Sessegnon. Garbright at the base midfield, James and Bowers in front of him, Anderson, John Jules on the wings with Blackburn up front. First highlight then of this new season is a free kick for us. Sessegnon's on it. It's towards the edge of the box, puts it in, hits the crossbar and it's been cleared. Good first effort from us. We've had 9 shots so far, 2 of those on target. We are knocking on the door. I reckon we can at least get 1 or 2 out of this match. Playing so well. We've got another free kick here, it's quite central. Blackburn's on this one. Can he get his first goal of the new season? He doesn't, it's over. Again, it's another decent effort. We just need to get those shots down though. Goal kick for Rotherham. They got unbanging goal. He used to be our substitute goalkeeper from Leeds. Ball straight into James. Burns has this ball. Playing it over to the right hand side where John Jules is. He's got Blackburn in the box. Plays it into Blackburn. Blackburn's head. First goal of the new season for Blackburn. 44 minutes on the clock and he does a cartwheel. Come on, boys. Half-time substitution sees Garrett come on for Baptiste in the back. Garrett normally plays midfield. We're going to try him in defence for this season. He looks like he's an option that can play in the ball-playing role. Baghan's got a free kick here. Floats it in towards that back post where Burns is, and Burns puts it in the back of the net for our second. We are starting this season off well. Starting it off how we finished last season off. Just dominating teams, putting the ball in the back of the net, having as many shots as we can and controlling possession. This is the Russ way of playing football. Corner, Sessegnong's on this one. That's towards the back post where Finley Burns is. Finley Burns is... I thought he scored. It comes off the crossbar, rattles around in the box, and it has been cleared. We are looking for our third goal here. Double substitution. Daryl James is coming off and Gyabi's coming on for him. Anderson is coming off and Guide's coming on for him. John Jules going on to the left. Guide can play on that right hand side. This will be Guide's debut for us. He's played a lot of friendly games for us. It should be good to get him into a real game. Sessegnon puts a free kick in. It has been cleared and Rotherham are on the break. They've got players on their left hand side. We're getting players back though. They're shifting it towards the centre of the pitch. That goes in towards the box. God, Garrett's come to try and get it. They've hit the crossbar. Luckily, it's fallen into Hogarth's arms. Still 2-0 to us. Garrett with a free kick. Plays it into Bagan on the left-hand side. Back to Garrett. Can we just shift the ball to the right and just get it in towards the box? Burns into Bowers. Back to Burns. We've got options in front of him if you can find him. We find Sessegnon. Sessegnon comes in centre into Garbright. Gyabi tries to play it into Guide. He does. Guide's in the box. Guide's shot. Debut goal for the 17-year-old. That was just amazing passing through the centre. Jinked his way past the defender and then slid it into the top corner. Can you slide it into a top corner? Slams it into the top corner. One of the two. Either way, we are 3-0 up in our first game back in the Championship. I think that puts us back to the top of the table as well. It doesn't at the moment because Plymouth are still up there. Plymouth must have scored 4 goals. We've got 10 minutes left to go in this match. Final 2 substitutions. Finley Byrne comes off and Higgins comes on for him. John Jules is off and Neil is on for him on the left hand side. Got 3 minutes left of a game where we have been, as we always have, brilliant. 22 shots, 8 of those on target. 63% of the possession. Coming up to the full-time whistle now as we're at the end of time added on. There it goes. 3-0 winners at home. 3-0 winners in our first game back in the Championship. Debut goal for Guidi. Blackburn getting on the score sheet as well in his first game in at this level. I know he's played in the Premiership for Arsenal, but it's only a couple of minutes, but he's proven that he can score wherever he goes. Such a good player, and if we can hold on to him for this season, especially through this window, we'll be on to a winner. We'll have a quick look at the schedule when it comes through. I mean, we're second in the table. There's no point in looking at it. It's only the first game. So we will come back for the Peterborough and the Sheffield United game. Peterborough come up with us. Sheffield United are another former Premier League side. I think that's going to be the best games to come back for. Winning start to life back in the Championship with Birmingham. So if you guys have enjoyed that, big thumbs up on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you very much for watching.